Okay, so I'm just going to use FTK because I know it's on here. I'm going to use FTK 1. Where the heck is it? Where's the 1.8.1.6 at? Oh, there it is. No, that's Imager. Right there. There it is. Okay, it was hiding. You might need to run it as administrator, depending on your system. So, it's hiding. Okay. See? It's the wrong one. We're doing setup again. Go over here. Let's go into here. Into here. Yeah, we're going to go this way. See? That was the wrong one. See, it was the wrong one. See, all point. We would have had it. I'm going to be nice and actually even use the actual image from the assignment, because I don't want to find another one. Okay, so I'm going to start a new case. And this is going to be case number 4.
How does GREP work on inside a program?
Inside a program.
Well, you're running FTK.
Oh, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to actually walk through, and I'm not changing any entries here because we're not going to data card or anything like that. At least I'm not going to. Not saying anything else. Image of drive, and I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to pick Lab12 if I can get it. Okay, I'm going to pretend we're in Central Time. Again, the date doesn't really matter on this one. Okay, we're indexing. It's not a very big drive, and we're done. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to use GREP. You could, now when you go into search, we have index search. Like I could type in 5, 4, and you see it starts bringing up numbers. Okay. And I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but you see, okay, I typed 5, 4. Yet it's returning 5, 3. That's one of the things built into their search. They kind of get a number this close. Okay. But for this one, you're not going to use index search. You can use live search. Now in live search, if you click regular expression right here, and click this box, it'll actually show you some examples. So I'm going to tell it I want to find a credit card. And say search. And search all files. And it's searching it. It doesn't take that long.
Oh, 0.
Nice. That sucks. There might be a problem. It's probably there is. So there's a slight trick to this one, just a slight trick. So obviously, okay, and by the way, the numbers are valid credit card numbers. There's probably 5,000 of them. Just saying. Well, let's look at what it's doing. If you click this arrow and if you click Edit Expressions, it actually brings up what it's doing. In this case, we are talking about credit cards, okay? Well, I'm going to copy this expression out. I'm going to show you a website. It's listed in the assignment instructions. But if you go to a website, regex101.com, I love this website. It's absolutely amazing. When I first started using it, I hated it. This website sucks. No, and it's actually very good. Just wasn't using it correctly. So in this website, say I want to find a number. Okay, so now if I go in here and I type in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's no matches. But if I put a dash in it, why is this one not a little? Matches, oh, hold on. Go with this one instead. Go with DDD-DDD. Seriously? Why are we not getting any matches? Oh, hold on. No. Hold on. No.
That's great.
Why are we not getting any darn matches? We should have matches here. Because that is a, oh, this stupid thing. Still not matches the character literally. So I don't know why it's not. We're going to get it. I literally just did this before class and we're fine. Matches the character, case sensitive. Should work with D's. That's what I don't understand, the D's. D. matches the character DDD, and this should be the character class. Okay, there we go. Okay. GREP has many versions, and FTK's version, and actually NK's are two different ones. This one here, what we needed was we needed to specify a D, which is, rather than the pound sign, this one is a digit. So you might have to, I think NCase uses the pound sign. No, but one or the other. They're backwards. They're versions of this. So this example says, find the digit, okay? Now if I put the dash in with no thingy in front of it, and I still have a match because it's actually looking for an actual dash. I think if I put the dash in, it'll most likely still get it. Yeah, it still gets it because it's still a little character. Okay. I could also put in a period because it's looking for anything. You see, what's cool about this, it tells us over here, matches a digit equal to 0 through 9. Down here, matches any character except for a terminator character. And I could put in that matches between 0 and unlimited time. So here I could have, you know, dash, 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 and it'll still find it. So if you're not really sure how many spaces are between the numbers or what it is, that's how you do it. So the asterisk says match, since we have period asterisk, it's match anything unlimited number of times. But it'll also match no times. See, it still matches. Now if I had, actually that should match as well. No, it doesn't. Okay, I couldn't remember if that one matches or not. So a period has to match something. If you add the asterisk, it could be 0 or more times. So far so good? Okay.
Is the asterisk the wild card?
Yes, an asterisk is a wild card. So when looking for a credit card number, how can credit card numbers be written? 4 digits or 4 digits. So if I went with 4 digits, we could do 4 digits and 1. That could be 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's too many. Okay. So it matches. But how else can they be written? So spaces or something, or dashes between every 4 digits. So right now, if I did that, it's not going to find the credit card. But what I could do is go up here after the first, is that the fourth one? Fourth one. I could put a period. Now, I don't necessarily have to put an asterisk. Okay? Actually, but yeah, I'm going to have to, because if I remove the space, now it's no longer going to find it. But since I want it to work either with a space or nothing, so now it'll get it either way. See how it works either way? Or I could also put a dash in there. Then asterisk says 0 or more times. Now, what do you mean? If there's an asterisk between it?
Well, remove the period, just use the asterisk.
No, the asterisk is the duplication character.
Okay.
It doesn't know what to duplicate. It's looking, for a number as many. So if I remove the dash, it'll now get it. But it's looking for a number or as many numbers as possible. Okay?
So you can literally just do grep, period asterisk.
Yes. That will get it. Let's try that. Let's copy this out. Period asterisk, and it will match everything. Yeah, it's probably not the best idea. So let's go back in here for a second. Another thing which you can do, what if, okay, so we know now that this will match any character. Yeah. What if we really wanted to match maybe a period and a dash and space? So now I have the range identifier in there. So I said 4 digits, and then either a literal period, a literal dash, or a space. So now it'll work with a dash. No. It will not work with nothing because I didn't specify nothing, but it will work with a space and it'll also work with a dash. But it will not work with a $sign. With nothing, you would do this. Well, not there. You wouldn't put it there. You would put it up here. You would put it right here. And what did I do wrong?
You didn't put that.
No, I didn't need to escape. Hold on. Me. Got it twice in here. That should do it. Maybe we can't do that one in range because it's 2 characters. Never tried it that way. Yeah, I've never tried it that way. I don't know. Well, another thing we can do. So let's look for, I want to look for something with a literal period, literal dash. Okay? So this will only work now with a period and a slash. No dash. Okay? Is that right?
Period or.
Oh, that's right. It's in the range. Okay. So let's do this. So we have a dash. That's going to work. But I can put an asterisk after the range. And now it's going to take that or a period or that, but it won't take that. Okay. So what I told it was look for either a period or a dash unlimited times. Okay?
So more space.
Yeah, 0 or more times. So that's how we can get it to have none. Because it should also take it with nothing. Because remember, the asterisk is 0 or more times. Yes.
What do you mean by the steps thing? Because I noticed when you had more dashes and stuff.
It's kind of like when you do math, you know, it's exponents first and then parentheses and it's the order of operations. The steps are it's going to check this. But maybe we told it, case insensitive first. And then do this. Because you can actually, there's GREP expressions even have it go back. Check the next 3 characters and then compare it with the first 3 characters. They're crazy what you can do. So, yeah, and I don't do much with that. Just it's beyond me, way beyond what I do with GREP. You can do so much more with this. All right. What if I want to look for the name Ken? I think we can do Ken. And I literally just type in Ken. And it didn't find Ken, but if I type Ken down here, it finds it. And if I do ABC, Ken, it'll find it. Because it's literally looking for Ken. Okay? But what if I typed Ken? It didn't find it. Because I'm looking for it in lowercase, but I typed it in uppercase. So up in here, you can go question mark I, which basically says now make it case insensitive. Now it's going to work either way. There's just all kinds of stuff you can do with this. And the problem is there's multiple versions of GREP, and if you do it for one, obviously the pounds didn't work on this one, but the D did. So it really varies which way you're doing it. Okay, so you got a general idea how to find credit cards?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's continue with our little demo over here. Okay, so when I clicked that box and did edit expressions, it brought up this. So let's type it. You can always make your own. Ken text. Let's look for, we decided digit. Actually, let's look for phone numbers. Digit. And then what could be, a dash.
Or a parenthesis.
Okay, well, let's skip the parenthesis for the moment. Because I'd have to do the first parenthesis. A space.
Where you got that.
Or I could have nothing. Then, okay, let's see what that does. I'm going to save this. You can actually leave this file open and just go back in here. Now, if I click this, you'll notice Ken test. I spelled Ken wrong. It's okay. It's a good test. All right, well, I'm getting all kinds of hits now. So now I'm going to do results. And it comes over here and it shows me all my results. 200 of them. So if I click this, you'll see it found 2516173. Well, yeah, because we told it 3 digits, then either a dash, a period, a space, or nothing. And then 4 digits. Okay? Pretty simple to do, don't you agree? Okay. Let's see. What else did they want? A phone number. See, there's where they're putting the parenthesis in there. And again, I don't remember all the commands that go with these. This here basically says repeat the prior thing 3 times. So in other words, this is looking for 4 digits and a dash repeated 3 times, and then 4 digits. So it'll be 4-4-4-4-4. Now that ends up being 4. So it's going to be 4-4-4-4.
So it's a dash or space, right?
Yeah, dash or a space, correct. There's a space. And will that get one with nothing in it? You know what? Let's edit this one to include anything or nothing. Let's see, because remember, we ran it initially, didn't find any, did it?
Take the max hits off too.
Hold on, let me delete that. Was there a max hit setting?
Yeah, 200.
200 is fine. You can find a lot. You only need 5. I think you're good with 200. So let's go back to credit card. Oh, let me delete this result. Go away. And go back to credit card now that we edited it. And then we're going to search. Oh, we got something this time. Remember, before we had nothing. So now let's look at our search results. So this should be 4-4-4-4, and it could have something or nothing between them. So now if I look here, oh, I even got a credit card. It even says card number. Okay. So you see how that worked better? Because we put the asterisk, which basically says or none. I mean, you can make your own expression or you can edit theirs. One thing I want to.
Wait, you said that in the, that there were 5 in there, and you said the first one started where it ends on 1.
The one, yeah, there's like 5,000 credit cards in this.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Sorry.
No, the ones you're looking for end in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There's only one.
Trust me, that's not what you're looking for.
There's
So they're all valid credit cards too?
Yeah.
How would you specify the voyage? Would you literally type like Voyager
You
and then
need,
you?
no. You need to find out what a Voyager credit card is, and what the. Okay, who's got a credit card in here? Anybody? I don't want the number. What kind of card?
Visa.
The Visa, so it probably starts in a 4.
Yes.
Yes.
MasterCard start in 5. Discover cards start in 6. So different credit cards have different numbers. Discover 6011. I bet anyone have Discover in here? That's your first 4 digits. Is that right? I'm telling you it is. Should be 6011 or at least a 6.
I don't like the
It is right. So the point is, you need to find out what numbers signify
We're gonna verify this.
kind of like 6011. Then you're going to tell your search, look for 6011 if you're looking for Discover. Then you know you got the right. So find out what a valid number is first, and then you can continue on.
Well, these are also the last numbers too, which.
But you need to know the beginning part. The beginning part is what signifies the type of credit card. And some cards, like American Express, only have 15 digits, not 16.
These are Voyager cards.
Yes. So you need to find out how many digits you're looking for, because well, Discover 16, Visa, all 16, but American Express is 15. Wow. So the way they did it.
Did they break it up into 3 sets of 5?
I don't know. I don't remember. Actually, I think it's 4, 4, 4, and 2. I don't remember. It's been so long since I looked at American Express. I don't like American Express. But so find out what the heck a Voyager valid number is, because they're valid. So then, I mean, obviously that number right there is a what? Just by looking at it. We know it's a MasterCard. That starts in a 5. So, I mean, did you ever go buy something online and you type in your number, it automatically shows you the symbol for what type of card it is? That's why it drives me crazy when you go to websites. You must select the type of card. I'm like, I put in a 5. You know it's a MasterCard. Why are you asking me this?
Because they didn't hard code it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they should have, because they're Voyager's this and Discover's this and MasterCard's this, and it's crazy. So find out what a darn number is first, And then you figure out how many digits it takes, then create a search for that. But it probably wouldn't hurt to at least be able to find any number like we just did. And you can at least know you've got grep to work. Yeah.
Is there money on
Me and Roy are very proficient at creating fake credit card numbers. Now, the odds are a couple of these are valid numbers. I don't know which ones, but I don't know the expiration or anything. So, I mean, you can try them all, but so again, when you click on this arrow and you click edit expressions, it brings up this text file. What I would recommend you do, rather than screwing up the pre-built ones, because remember this up here had this, I would probably copy this out, put it down here, and say my credit card numbers or something, or Voyager credit. That way, when you're playing with it, you're not screwing something up. Now, grep and encase works just as easy. So you can add it there. And you just go under, I even put in the assignment, it even tells you, click on, raw search, and it'll find it. It's in the assignment. So, are we okay? Kind of understand how to do this? But it's a really cool tool. I use it all the time for grading, but it's hard. As you can tell, it's difficult. Especially when we don't know what Christina is going to enter.
Just everything. Enter the entire keyboard.
And I think it was Roy or someone, a lot of the times when I grade stuff, so let's think about this here for a second. So if we wrote a range of A through Z, 0 through 9, repeated with an asterisk, that means it could be any one of the characters at any time, repeated as many times as needed. Shouldn't that solve an MD5 hash?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. It should theoretically, as long as you had enough repeating of it, it should. Actually, let's try that. I want to do that. Bad idea. I shouldn't have told you this. Let's test MD5. So if we did range 0 through 9, A through F, A through, it is through F, isn't it? Yeah. Repeating. No, well, it's not going to be in this file, though. Darn it. Actually, let's try it. Maybe there's something in there. See what this gives us.
You will find everything.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're not just gonna find it.
Maybe I like everything.
You're gonna find everything.
Because it will find literally every single thing.
You'll find A, F. You'll find
It'll find 1, it'll find 2, it'll find
So we need to make it,
it'll find 0, 1.
it's only found 1,800.
Only.
Because you only did max files for hit.
How many
select
numbers are in
files.
the MD5 hash?
It literally selects.
So it's found a few things. Okay, it found everything. But if you wrote that so it had to repeat the exact number of bits in the MD5 hash,
How many do that in MD5?
a lot. So if we counted up the number of bits in an MD5 hash, then had this with the little squigglies. Oh, here's how you can fix it. So say we got rid of that and repeated this, we'll say 5 times, but replace that with the correct number. Or it's like 128-bit, I think. But now let's try this. I don't know. I just want to figure this out now. I gotta know. Search.
So you'll find any literal 6-digit string.
That's yes.
Apparently there's only 200 bits.
Okay, so it found 6 digits. They're all numbers in this case. Oh, yeah, they're all numbers. That's because that's.
And they're all just.
No, okay, that one got numbers and letters. So that would work.
Yeah, it's going to show any bit string of 6.
But would it break?
No.
No, it's just
No, you know when I ask you to enter the hash value? Wouldn't this, if we had the correct number of digits?
Anyone can totally add
do it.
any.
Good. But the problem is,
Yeah,
so you know that.
how many characters are there?
Well, actually, no, that wouldn't work because I'm the one that put in the expression, not you guys. So you wouldn't have the ability to put it in. No, that wouldn't work for you. It would work for me, not you. But if I wanted to make sure you entered a valid MD5 hash, that would work.
So
If we do how many
literally, all you
characters.
have to do is change that to a 31, and that's a full link to the MD5 hash, because there's 32 words or numbers, or letters or numbers in an MD5 hash.
So now if we do this, whoever watches is going to say, you guys are idiots. Why are you doing this? It's okay. We like it.
That's why you edit. You found 200 more.
Okay. So these should all be equivalent to what an MD5 hash would be. They're all numbers. But I had any in it? Yeah, that would be. And it even says digest, so it's probably a hash value then.
Yeah, these look like hashes.
Nice. So if you want to find a valid hash, so I could write that, if I was asking you rather than what was the MD5, if I asked you to enter a valid MD5 hash, that would work. Now we know. I've always wondered that.
You always say, what is the MD5 hash? You just have to say, look through this value.
All right, so
Smash our headings keyboard.
again, that website, regex101, I always type regex without the E and it always doesn't find you. So it's regex101.com. Really good tool. You can play around with it. But just remember that whole thing about the pound with the D, you might have to change it. Okay, any questions about this? And I can promise you they are in there. Potentially.
Should.
You got 1 week to do this assignment.
2 weeks from today.
So, but it's basically 2 weeks from today, 2 weeks from yesterday. So, all right, I'm gonna stop the recording.